Hey, I want to welcome you back to my channel. And today I am doing a Q&A. I'm answering all of your meal prep questions. So I'm calling this meal prep for beginners. So let's get into it. And I have a list here. So I'll be looking down at my little list of the questions that you guys send me most often, just saying, how do I get started? What do I need to do? All the basics. So let's go over that today. And the first question, pretty simple. What is meal prep? And meal prep, simply put, is when you are preparing your meals for the week or for the next several days at one time. So most people sit down on Sundays or Mondays, they figure out what they're going to eat for the week, what they're going to prepare for the week, and they cook it all in that one time. So on Sundays, I prepare what I'm going to have for the next 4 or 5 days. Some people meal prep for 3 days, 3 or 4 days, kind of depending on what you're having, how long it will last. You know, we want food to be safe and fresh, so you kind of have to take that into consideration as well. But you can prepare several days of meals at one time. So that's what meal prep is, okay? Number two, this is a question I get asked a lot. How does meal prep work? Pretty simply, you decide what you're going to eat for the week, so you make your plan. And then you get all those different food items that you'll need. So you might want to prepare all your meats, all your vegetables. If you're going to have other different sides, whatever you're going to have for the week, you want to get those things all prepared at one time. Me personally, I like to kind of decide if I'm going to have a crock pot meal. So I'll have those things cooking in the crock pot back here. Then I'll have some things on the stove, some things in the oven. You know, I'll pull out the air fryer. But all of that's kind of going on at one time. So I'll just choose one time. Typically for me, it's Sundays, and we'll just have all those different things going at one time for the week. So that's how meal prep works. Why is meal prep good? And why is it important? And I think it's a good idea, and it's important because for me, these are kind of the 3 primary reasons that I meal prep. And that's because it saves you lots of time. You don't have to figure out every single day what you're going to cook or what you're going to eat, because you've already taken care of that. So you've already planned it out. You already have it ready to go for the week. Because if I had to cook every single day, guess what? It would not happen. But when I can sit down and do it all at one time, it just helps me and it just saves time. So meal prep can save you time. It can save you money. And if you're like me, it can keep you out of the drive-through. Okay. So if I have not prepared my meals, if I have not done what I was supposed to do, and I'm hungry and I'm tired and I had a long day, I'm not going to come home and cook. I'm going to go to a drive-through. So it helps me personally to stay more disciplined and stay more focused. So when I know that I don't have to come home and worry about what am I going to cook or what am I going to eat, it's already prepared, it's already done, I'll just make better choices. Okay, so meal prepping will save you time, it'll save you money, and it'll help you be more disciplined, okay, and make good choices. So number 4, and this is a big one. People ask this a lot. Can meal prep help with weight loss? Yes. Yes, meal prep can help with weight loss. It definitely is going to depend on what it is that you're preparing, because you could prep a whole lot of stuff that's not great for you, and then you're probably not going to lose a lot of weight. But if you are preparing good proteins, if you are preparing lots of veggies in advance, if you're preparing things that are healthy or things that are a little bit more lean, things that are just better food choices for yourself, then yes, you'll definitely lose weight. It'll definitely help with weight loss because you're just eating healthier and you're making better choices. So it's not like the meal prep of it all is some magical thing that's going to make you drop weight. It's not really that. It's just that you're taking the time ahead of time. So in advance, you are choosing healthier items to eat throughout the week. You're making better decisions. So you're not eating all the fatty foods, or you're not eating all the French fries throughout the week or the junk food, because you've already taken time to prepare, some proteins. Maybe you have your chicken for the week. Maybe you have some other healthier choices. Maybe you have salmon for the week. Maybe you have ground turkey, whatever. You've already made some healthy choices up front. You're already planning for some healthy things. And then you add all your veggies to that. And then you just have a better choices throughout the week. So then that definitely, especially if you're making healthy food choices over time, then yes, you will lose weight. So I believe in my policy, my philosophy, what I teach people about weight loss is you will lose the weight. So the weight loss is what we kind of get really fixated on. But when you start making healthy choices and you do lots of healthy habits that you incorporate every single day over time, that will compound. And so then you'll begin to see results. So when you make healthy choices, when you're eating healthy foods, when you're drinking your water, when you're exercising and moving your body, all of those things will begin to work together. And over time, you will absolutely lose weight. But you have to make the healthy choices. You have to do the healthy habits. That's what helps you lose the weight. So if you're meal prepping and you're doing it every single week and you're making good choices, you're bringing in your veggies, you're making good food choices, good protein choices, you're drinking water to flush your body, you're taking care of your gut, all those things work together. It's not just one thing. All those things working together, then yes, meal prep can work in a part of that. It works together in that grouping of things. It works together with all of those habits for weight loss. So yes, it can lead to weight loss for sure. Here's the next question. Which meal prep containers are best? So I have a lot of meal prep containers, so I'll definitely show you the clips of those. I have several different ones I use. I have some bowls that I use for soup. I have some that I use for fruit. I have some that are circular and sectional that I can put different things in. I have some with 3 sections, 2 sections, but the ones that I use probably the most often week to week are the glass containers because, I've read a few articles and things that say that the glass containers will keep your food the freshest for the longest. So in most cases, most weeks, I'm using the glass containers most often. But you definitely have lots of options. There are lots of places you can get them from. I get some from just grocery stores. I've gotten some from Target. I've ordered the glass ones from Amazon. So there's lots of different places that you can get your meal prep containers. They're pretty much everywhere. So I'll link some below, like where I get mine from, but you can pretty much, I'm sure you can find them in any grocery store. Definitely, you can start with the plastic ones. They're a little bit cheaper until you determine if this is something that you're really truly going to do and if you're going to be consistent with it. And then if you are going to be consistent and you are going to prep your meals on a regular basis, then I would recommend you trying out the glass ones because that will just keep your food fresher. So here's the next question. Can meal prep last for 5 days? So yes, meal prep can last for 5 days. I usually do mine for 5 days. I'll prep my lunches, or most of the time for lunch, I'll do a protein shake. So I just put all my protein shake ingredients in the blender, blend it up, and then I put it in one of the taller mason jars. So I'll prep those ahead of time and I'll do 5 of those. So those are for the week. I definitely prep my meals for 5 days for the week. And again, I use those in the glass containers so they'll last a little longer and be fresh. So you can definitely do them for 5 days. A lot of people do 3 days though. It really depends on what the food items are. What are you eating? What's the best way to keep it fresh? Because you want it to be fresh, you want it to be safe. So kind of look at the particular food. You can definitely Google things like that, like how long can I keep blank in the fridge? You know, how long will this remain fresh? Do some things like that to just kind of check it out because you want everything to be safe and fresh before you eat it for sure. Number 7, is meal prep overwhelming? So this is a great question. A lot of people say, Shayla, I really want to meal prep. I really want to try it, but just the thought of it makes me feel overwhelmed. So I get it. It makes sense. But I think first of all, you have to practice it and you'll get better. You'll get faster. But you should kind of just start small and build your way up. So when you're first starting, maybe just start with meal prepping your lunches for the week. Or maybe just start with meal prepping. A lot of people, as you build your way up, people meal prep breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I wouldn't recommend you starting there if you're just getting started. So maybe just choose one. Maybe choose to meal prep your breakfasts for your breakfast for the next week, or your lunches or your dinners. Just choose one. Start there. Prep those, see how that feels, see how that goes, and then add on. So definitely don't let it overwhelm you. Just do a little bit at a time. There's lots of different tips. I have a whole playlist here I'll tag for sure that you can go through the playlist and you can kind of see what I do because I like to keep things as simple as possible. Meal prep can get very complex. There are people who like meal prep for 30 days. Don't do that. Don't start there. Like I think that's fantastic. And you can build up to that, but don't start there. Okay. I want you to start simple and just do a couple things and then work your way up to that. Okay. Work your way up to the big leagues. So just kind of start simple. Don't let it overwhelm you. I'll leave some different resources for you. Check out my playlist on simple meal prep, how to get started, the containers you can use. Maybe start with some simple dinner items, some simple breakfast items, just to get started until you get the hang of it. Okay. And then the last question that I get a lot is, are meal prep companies like the meal prep delivery services, are they worth it? Now, for me personally, I have definitely tried HelloFresh. And I have tried Every Plate. And I personally like both of those. I love HelloFresh. I loved Every Plate. They both worked well for me. I just didn't keep them up because I was just doing it myself from home, just doing my own thing. But if you want to get started, or you don't want to take the time to buy all the ingredients or figure out what ingredients, or you want to not eat the same things every single week. I don't really mind eating the same things every week, but some people get bored with that. So if you want to change it up every week, you want to have different things to eat, you don't feel like going grocery shopping, you don't want to go out and get the different items, then you might want to try a meal prep delivery service. So something like HelloFresh, there's lots of them, but the ones I personally have tried, HelloFresh, I've tried Every Plate. I'm also going to be trying Freshly soon. So because those are a little bit different. Like HelloFresh, they send you all the ingredients and you put it together, you make the meal. Every Plate was the same way, but Freshly, they send you the meals already kind of packaged. And so my understanding from what I was reading, I think it's already packaged and prepared. You just put it in the microwave. So I'm going to try that. I'm definitely going to check that one out. I'll do a video, let you guys know what I think about that one, how I feel about that. So I'll keep you posted there, but I will put the links below for HelloFresh and Every Plate, because those are great. I like them both. I enjoyed them both. The only reasons I stopped them was because I was doing my own prep every week. So I didn't need to keep having the meals show up, because they're both subscription based. So once you start, they're going to keep rolling. You make your choices. What do you want? They send it to you the next week. Okay. So, but they're great. So if you're like, I want to do something like meal prep, I want something simple, I don't have time to be cooking every week, I don't have time to be thinking about it, I don't want to go to the grocery store, then you might want to try one of the meal prep companies, and it just delivers everything to your door and you're good to go. So that might work out for you. So that is pretty much all the questions. If you have any other meal prep questions or anything you want me to answer or anything that I might can help you with, definitely put your comments below, your questions below. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. I definitely want to hear from you. If you already meal prep, let us know what you do, how you go about meal prepping. We'd love to know your tips and tricks and what you have found works really well. So let's definitely start a conversation below, and I look forward to talking to you all again soon. Have a great day.